I like a clean house, I like a clean car, and we have a vacuum here. What's going on, guys? My name is Chris and I'm back with you with another product review video. This is the APOSEN vacuum cleaner. The model number is going to be the H251 cordless battery powered lithium ion battery pack vacuum. This one has some sweet features to it which I have not seen before in handheld portable vacuum cleaners. So without further ado, let's get it out of the box and let's test it. All right, let's get it on out of here and see what we got. We're going to be showing you all the good stuff. Don't you worry about that. We have our little operation manual here. So the charging time on this is going to be 4.5 hours to total charge. It's Cyclone technology, 1.2 liter container. The battery charger output is 26.5 volt, 500 milliamp. Our battery here is going to be a 22.2 volt, 2200 milliamp rechargeable lithium ion battery with a 48.84 WH secondary rechargeable lithium ion. And it looks like we have some battery indicator lights right here on the side. And there are two modes. The first mode is going to be 8 kPa, and that's the standard. That's going to be 30-minute run time on a full battery. And the second mode is going to be high, which is 24 kPa, and that's going to be giving you a runtime of 12 minutes. The full power of this vacuum is 250 W. All right, let's take a look at some of the tubes here. These are your typical, obviously you've seen these tubes in other vacuums before. You have some release clips. This one is extendable, so that actually shortens up, which is really cool. This is newer technology that I have not seen before, because typically it's just a straight tube like this, but this one is able to fold down shorter to take up less room in your closet or laundry room. It's a nice iodized blue as well. We have our charging cable plug here. Our next attachment is going to be your typical hard plastic here. Clicks in at the bottom down there. We've seen those before. You also have a cleaning brush and hook right here. Next up, we're going to have a nice little oval brush here, and that does curve, so you can have it at different degree angles if you'd like there, straight or 90 degree. Next up, we have a motorized brush here. And what this is going to do is obviously going to be motorized, but it's going to have your little rolly bristles in here. This is kind of a felt here. Be able to get on your hardwood floors, your carpet, area carpet, and that plugs into and receives the power there for the rolly brush. And that does pivot this side right here. Next up is going to be our main motor unit. We're going to just put out of the way just briefly here while we continue to dig through the box here. You're going to have your mounting hardware here to be able to hang that on a wall in your utility room, etc. And it also looks like it has double sticky tape there as well, but I would recommend probably doing both. The double sticky tape might work just alone. Here is our bottom unit here. So this head pivots and goes up and down, as we can see here. This would be our power rolly brush as well, very similar to other named vacuums. You can unlock that by pushing down that. This little clip comes out, and the brush head easily is removable to be able to clean out long hair, pet hair, etc. That just snaps back into place there, and then go ahead and latch that down, pop that back into place. That's great for easy removal. You have your little wheels up here and here, your felt all the way around the edges here and here. All right, so what makes this vacuum so awesome is they give you a retractable tube here that is bendable. That is fantastic. I've never reviewed a vacuum before that gives you a retractable tube, just like a motorized electric plug-in one for your home, the big bulky ones. So what this is awesome for is this plugs into the unit here, and check out my cord here. That is awesome. So you literally can sit this down, and then you can go all through your car, down in your seats, retracting your hose, or let's say over here by the fireplace. I literally can just use this and be able to retract it and be able to move that hose all the way around, getting in little corners and nooks and crannies. That's fantastic. And then on this side, you would just clip in your attachment right here, or whatever other attachment that you want. Now the rolly brushes, the ones that receive power, can only be used with this one to receive that power. It would still work, but the brush wouldn't roll because the tube inserts here for the electrics and also receives power right here as well for the brush head of this one and the smaller one here. All right, so let's take a look at this. You have your on and off trigger here, boom, boom. Now you would hit this trigger one time for standard mode, and then while it's in standard mode, then you would hit that right there, and that's going to beef you up to high mode, and then you can come back down to low mode if you want, and then that would cut it off completely. Right here, you have your trap door to open that up to be able to dump out what you need to dump out here. And right here, you have your container release. So you push that down and that comes out completely there. So again, that latch is for right here. And this would be a great way to clean off your filter. The filter does remove here for cleaning purposes. And for additional cleaning, this pulls down. I've already loosened that up. That's why it was easy to take off there, but that pulls off there. And after the other filter is removed there, you can remove this. Go ahead and clean around there and get the brush in there and clean off any debris in there that you want. When you're ready to go, push that back in, pop this guy back in, put your filter on in there, close that up, snap that back into place, and you're ready to roll. You have your ventilation on top for your motor here, and it looks like a little bit on the side here. And of course your battery slips in right here. We're gonna fully charge it before we do get started, and it just slips in this way. You wedge in the front first, push in the back, and there is your battery release button there. You push that in and it pulls right off. Clicks back into place. You do have your charge port right here, so you can hang that up or set that on the ground, plug in your cord here, or use the mounting hardware, mount that up against your wall and plug in your charger. All right, let's charge this and get this going. And when it is charging, you do again have your LED lights here, as we have two solids and then we have a blinking third. And so when that one is solid, that means you are charged and ready to go. Okay, a couple things that I really have been enjoying with the vacuum already. Number one, pivot head. Number two, it goes down to take up less room if you don't want a full extension tube like other vacuums here. And what I mean about a pivot head is it's twisting in my hand and I'm able to get into corners. Let me go ahead and show you here. I'll go ahead and stay on low so that the microphone doesn't get really messed up here. But see, I go straight and then I just pivot and then I'm able to go over here in the corners there to get those cobwebs. Number two, I really like the light as well. So I was vacuuming last night and I didn't have all the lights on in the house to, act like it is right now. And with the light, I was able, kind of hard to pick up on camera, but I was actually able to see more dust underneath the bed that the overhead lights weren't showing me, but these lights were showing me. Let's find a dark portion of a room here. So let's try this. Hopefully this camera will pick it up. Maybe not, but as you can see there, you can see dust underneath there with the light. And then this is what else I like about it as well. So it lays literally flat with that pivoting head, and I get right underneath all my furniture. All furniture is pretty much the lowest point would be this. So this goes all the way under, and remember, you have your pivoting head. You can sweep, you can go left, going underneath your furniture with the light. That is awesome. Remember, you can shrink this up as well. One pull of the trigger, it is off. You can shrink this up as well. Going from right here, you push in that button, remember, and you can click it down each one of these squares, and you're able to go ahead and lock it up. So if you don't want it all the way extended, and that is the full extension there. Of course, this is to turn it on. You go one here. Right here, the button on the back, you push that, and that goes up to the highest mode. That's what I was using all yesterday. And then if you want to go back to low mode, just push it again, or back to high mode, push it again, and then off, you click it down. What I really like also is I like the battery indicator light on the side right here. As you can see, after vacuuming, I am down now to 1 bar solidly lit right here. Other vacuums I have reviewed do not have a battery indicator. It's just kind of like, well, let's go ahead and just see how long we have, but it's nice to be able to see what's happening on the battery. Not to mention a nice catch tube here. All my dust is collected in there. I just did vacuuming a couple days, but with the light, remember, I was able to get in, look at all that nice dust there. That was hidden underneath the beds and behind some areas that I wasn't able to see. Not to mention it looks good as well with that blue iodize with the rotation head, but I do want to show you probably the key features of it with that retractable, bendable tube. All right, we have our retractable tube here, and what's cool about this is, again, this thing bends real nice. I'm just gonna do it low for the camera and microphone purposes. And this, of course, you would do for your car, automobile, being able to get through the corners of the seats as this bends. and stretches here like a regular maybe house vacuum or so, something like that. And you're able to just stretch the tube, and then you can go ahead and get through your car, the seats, the angles. Personally, this is probably the best area that I like to do it, where I like to get in corners if you don't want to move stuff around. You know, cobwebs. I've even sucked up ants, spiders, daddy long leg spiders. Being able to reach up here and get all that dust, all that debris, if anything is up in the way. And so that's definitely a great attachment there. Also, I'm gonna be taking a trip, and so it's nice to be able to use these vacuums as well to be able to suck out any debris in your luggage. If there's any dirt or any particles from your running shoes or anything, your carry-on bag, etc. Now remember, you still have the other attachments as well, but remember this one is motorized as well. It needs that plug-in. So this brush head will suck, but it will only roll with this tube, which is the power tube. Same with this head attachment. So this will not roll, neither will this one. It needs the power of the tube going down. So if you use this tube, just understand that the brush heads will not roll. They will only roll with the tube that receives power. You also have this one as well to be able to get your car seats, clean up, many different options with the brush. Your stairs that are a little bit more narrow. And if you want to run around your house with it just like this, you can also suck up just like this. So I've had a little bit of an ant problem, and this actually works great. So they actually die when they're sucked up with the dust. And this is a lot more, just better than pesticides. And so I just suck them up with the tube, coming around here, right on the edges. They love edges. So let's go ahead and suck up all these guys here. All the ants, as you can see there. We're gonna go ahead and suck them all up. So as you can see here, they just get sucked up through the tube into the dust, and they die in there. Don't worry about ants rolling out of it. But just for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and dump it in the trash can over here. And when you're ready to dump, remember your release tab is right on the front right here. Go ahead and knock that down. And then what I like to do is give it a whap, like that. Snaps back into place. All your dust and debris, and in my case, some ants are in the trash can. We'll take that outside of the main bin, and then you are good to roll there. Remember that this detaches completely, so you can clean that a little bit better if it gets a little bit grummy. And it's a great way to take that right out to your car if you don't want to use all the hoses as well, to use that to vacuum your car. All right, so we just had a nice little beard trim. I got hairs everywhere, as we can see here. Also a great way to easily just clean up your countertops as well. We're gonna go ahead and hit the trigger. We're gonna go into hyper mode. Bada bing. Half of it's already done. And we'll run it over one more time. And boom. Looking real sharp. You can use this attachment for the upper sink area. Does a great quick job. And what I really love about these vacuums is that you spill some coffee grinds, you spill something, you just grab it, you turn it on, and you suck it up, and you turn it off and you put it back. It's a lot easier than bringing out the household vacuum with the cord, plugging it in, vacuuming it up, wrapping the cord back around. It's pretty convenient to just grab this out of your laundry room closet, suck it up, and then be on your way. Well guys, overall, I think it's a great vacuum. It definitely has some nice features to it. I like the look, number one. I also like the battery power indicator. It does have a nice long-lasting battery as well, even in the high mode settings. I really like the bendable tube and how it compresses to take up less space if you would like that as well. In the description box below, guys, is going to be this exact same vacuum. Go ahead and check out that link, see what other people are saying about it. It's right below in the description box. But please, just like all my videos, guys, please don't go into debt for anything that I do make a video about. But if you have the cash and it intrigues you, go ahead and purchase on away. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. It's right below. It's free for you to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe on your way out as well. We'll see you on the next video. My name's Chris. Take care for now. Bye-bye. Don't let the party stop, guys. Hit one of these videos. Continue to watch. We'll see you soon.